Welcome to Rust. Today I'm gonna play with one of my friends, a really shad friend. So today I will not be playing solo, I will be playing duo. And of course we're gonna rule this server. This wipe will just start as a normal solo. My friend will be late into the wipe, so I will need to start it by myself. And as every wipe, I'm starting to collecting hemp, wood, stone and everything you can pick up from the ground. And I decided that today I will build a base near ranch and a little bit of... I don't want to be as civilized with the others on the server. I will figure out we'll have a nice and calm start of this wipe. So now I'm just collecting some stone so I could upgrade my base as fast as possible. And of course I will need to collect a lot of wood to get my base down. With the wood and stone I crafted a hatchet and a pickaxe. This will make it so much easier to farm. And then I collected more cloth and began to craft a bow. And getting this there was very good. Now I will get animal fat, cloth, bone fragments and leather. And of course with all these I will make low grade, and I could also make some armor and clothing. This base will be a simple starter base. As I'm starting off this wipe as a solo, I don't want to make it too big, neither too small, because my friend will come online as soon as possible. I secure the base with a wooden door and a key lock, and this will be just enough for now. For the rest of the day, until my friend was online, I was out killing some animals and gathering resources for us. I also bagged him and started to cook up some food. I crafted a furnace and placed it in the corner. And I also met up with my friend. And this wipe will be an awesome wipe. Back as a duo, we will rule this server. We went out on a huge farm run to gather stone and metal. We also managed to kill a bear. We collected enough animal fat and cloth to create low grade for more furnaces. This will speed up the melting progress. We decided to run out to do some barrel farming and gather scrap and components. We finished off this scientist pretty fast and then started to farm. So we managed to success with the farm run. We got some comps and we also got even more scrap. With the wood and with the ropes, I crafted 2 crossbow for me and my friend. He crafted 2 nail guns for us, and this will make us more feared duo. Because all of our neighbors was still stuck with a simple bow and some cloth armor, and we had leather armor and crossbow with a nail gun combo. We were out on one more farm run to gather metal, stone, sulfur and some wood. And when we come back to the base, we started to melt it directly. After a wood gathering session, we decided to expand our base with some honeycombs. We also used all of the stones that we got from peoples we killed and farmed. And we also placed down 2 sheet metal doors. After a run at the satellite dish, we managed to get even more components. We also killed one of our neighbors and we got one more enemy. Back at the base, we have started to sorting our loot through. As a duo, we progressed really fast and it's almost unthinkable to think this will turn and the wipe will go downhill. All of these kits in this chest was from our neighbors. We all killed them, at least 4 of them. And that meant we got 4 new enemies. And of course they were still stuck on the simple bow and we had a crossbow with a nail gun. So we managed to kill them pretty easy. This early into the wipe we were pretty unstoppable, at least for now. I crafted some more small boxes. We started to sort out the bows and the armors with all of the other things. Right now we were running back home after a big fight with our neighbors yet again. We got even more crossbows, nail guns and more armor. And this will make them so frustrated. But of course we were really happy of having even more prim gear. Now we may wonder, how did you get the Palm custom SMG and the coffee can helmet? And we got it from an airdrop. Our plan right now was to go to the fishing village nearby, buy a boat and go out on the ocean to farm more barrels. We saw this guy running in front of us. We killed him and of course he will be loaded with stone. So before we went to fishing village, we went back to our base to store all of the stone and the gear. We went back to fishing village, bought our little boat and started to farm barrels out in the oceans. After the ocean run and recycling at the lighthouse, we got very rich of scrap. We had enough to craft a tier 2 workbench, and of course we did. Now the only thing was to get some weapons. We got a custom, but we needed to research it, and then later on we will make some big profits. Before we headed offline for the first day, we wanted to expand and of course upgrade our base. I started with a simple jump up with a furnace, and then I started with the second floor. Up on this second floor we decided that we will want to have 2 loot rooms and then one more jump up to a shooting floor. So now just enjoy this beautiful base building. right now we are trying to come up with an idea how the shooting floor would look like. And all of our stone we had was enough. The shooting floor will be the last thing we will do today. And this video was short and fast pacing, but don't worry guys, it will be a part 2 of this wipe with the Shad duo. And I only want to thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in part 2. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. So, getting 4 Thompsons for 4,000 sulfur ore is a great deal this early into the wipe. So now we can roam with some Thompsons and kill even more people. Now we were finally our full team. Our friend Moskov joined us, and now we are the trio we have been looking for. So our plan now was to buy a boat at fishing village and then go to oil rig.
Snälla! Hur fan lyckades du med det?
Hur fan kom detta stod för fan här uppe?
Snälla Kevin, jag såg det där.
Hur fan kom jag dit?
Jag såg det där. Du bara laggades igenom. Du trillade igenom plankorna Kevin.
Nej.
Plankorna gick sönder när du ställde dig igår.
Många som går över oss. Det har aldrig varit så mycket.
So we opened the red key card room with the Chinook crate in, but we got nothing from the military crate and elite crate.
Everybody ready? Ska man sitta här uppe kanske?
Nej, det är ett annat på Niklas som har hänt om fan. Jag är på väg att simma snart.
Jag kom. Emellan några saker.
So we cleared out the jugs and we got the new HN LMG.
Alla döda nu. Det kan vara 18, 100%. Om det inte är 18 då är det riggat.
So we got an AK and MP5 and we decided to head back to the oil rig when the crate has respawned.
Jag är här grilla. Han står där uppe.
Åh, fan vad nära han är död.
Jävlar. Skjuten en av bänken.
Vänta, jag vill också. Vänta på mig. Öppna inte!
Det är nu vi dör, varför?
Öppna inte! Jag höll vakt.
Nej, jag orkar inte.
And again we got one more AK. On the way back to our base from oil rig, we killed a guy with a metal face mask and chest plate. Now we were in underwater lab because we wanted to fish small sharks down here and also loot extra things. And we had some luck and found a dead body here with a lot of loot. So now, with all the scrap we had, I decided to research the AK and also the rifle ammo.
Nu är det någon fittbag som är i vägen. Nej, det är den, för kolla. Nej, det var för den.
We bought a garage door for 800 sulfur so we could research it and then make our base more secured. And of course, I researched it as well.
Någon tog alla mina skott i alla fall.
Now we decided to research the metal face mask.
Jag vet inte ens
Som var 106.
And here we are again, on the oil rig again. And we got one more AK and an aiming module. It was not the best, but not the worst.
Vilka typer nästan. Vart är ni? Grabbar, vart är ni? Alltså idioter. Jag är trippad! Vicky!
de har high-wolves och allting, för helvete.
Har de high-wolves?
Ja.
Vilka muslimer? Satans äckel. Satan! Fan vad de punchar!
Olika typer när de testar dippa.
We got some company on our way back to our base, but we managed to flee and survive. Now we were guarding the Chinook crate in airfield, and hopefully we'll get something good.
Vi dödar honom.
Bort!
Vart fan är du? Jaha, men jag ser inte.
I beamed this guy, and it was still one more left. The other guy managed to survive and beam me. So I respawn at my base and run out to airfield again to try to flank them. And I also managed to kill one. I got one.
Det kommer en till från berget. En till från berget.
Den går i hela hora.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead. The last survivor ran away with all of their stuff, and the only mission I had now was to get my old gear back. So I went to airfield and gathered my AK kit. We needed some stone and more sulfur, so we got out on a little farm run and also we got interrupted. When I was farming this sulfur node, my friend started to call out that they would come 2 people from the northeast front, and of course I needed to run to them as fast as I could.
What the fuck?
These kids was out and farming a lot of things, and to us this was a big win and for them a big lose. We still hadn't enough to melt all of our sulfur and metal, so we headed out to gather some wood and we got interrupted again.
Ja, han
Revolver bara.
var också på med den jäveln. Det var...
Fuck, bye.
Det var på riktigt 5 personer.
Bra.
Vi måste hjälpa Nicke.
Ja, det är det.
Vad fan den här vägen? Jag tror den här som är vägen.
We killed these kids like 3 times each and they still didn't give up. These kids was really trash. We clapped these kids so hard you can't even imagine it. We were the real PvP shads on this server. We killed full metal guys and also some tier 2 guys. This server was pretty much too easy for us right now. The only thing that would stop us was an offline raid while we were asleep.
Helvete vad rädd jag blev.
Det är no good limit. Martin. Sen är det fan vanilj och kött.
Now we were pretty loaded. Now I just crafted more rifle ammo so we could PvP even more.
Ser du mig?
Nu ser jag dig.
Nej, vi är röd. Jag är röd.
We got a bolt from a fight and of course we researched it. And the next morning I logged in early and of course we were offline. They didn't took everything, but one thing we know, they are so bad at the game they need to offline the shads on the server. And if you guys are watching this, you're so fucking trash at this game, man. Next time, learn to fucking do an online raid and raid us. So now me and my friend are building a little base.
Där sen så det bra. Nej men sätt inte där, sätt här. Nu. men vi kan inte uppgradera någonting. Det är bara ett Wii-mod. Ta någon till kan du sätta den där. Ja. Men jag tar bara den här mitt hand. Så här. Va? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Men ställ dig upp då!
Yet again, we was offline raided, and as you see now, we are on our way to raid a base from our newly built base down in the desert.
Hallå? Hallå? Snälla. Men alltså.
And of course, our bro driver just got us stuck on this fucking scrap field.
Jag försöker pusha den så nu. Jävla bananbåt.
Bananabåt. Alltså skit. Alltså jävla skit.
Men vad fan. Nej men hallå. Hoppa upp på båten. Men hallå.
Hej, jag ska lägga ut nu. Alltså man kör ju med honom. Extreme med honom.
Vi kan inte... Fan vilken raid! Woo! Så!
Oj. Nu sitter jag här.
Oj oj oj! Nej. Men har du en jag i mål? Så! Jag kan inte sitta i den.
Låt jävel.
Vad fan det hoppar ut? Alltså vad är det här?
Hur vet jag om jag mår skit?
So, we finally got it on start, and we were on our way to the snow. So, our goal was to raid a 2x2 with some honeycombs. And this base, he had been farming the oil rig. And how do we know that? And that's because me and my friend was killing him earlier, and he had a lot of oil rig stuff on him. And this base was also active earlier when we saw him. And this was a really grind guy we're gonna raid. This guy will be loaded in his little 2x2 base. So we started to place out some sleeping bags to get a respawn point nearby. Our plan was to raid through all of his stores, and of course he was already raided. And our plan was now to just change base and get someone. We didn't want to go to the snow and waste all of our satchels on nothing. So we picked the base down by the beach, and we didn't want to do an offline raid, but we felt it was really unnecessary to go to the snow with all of the satchels without doing anything with it. And this base could also be an oil rig farmer. By looking into his base, it was pretty empty, but we figured out he had a second floor where it could be a lot of loot.
Jag är osäker på om den här är...
Ja men bodde jag ser ju fan in här. De här code locks där inne. Den har en liten box där inne. Dörren är öppen, den är inte stängd. Den kan vara glömd och stängd.
Det är inget fel.
Ska vi ta den eller? Det är en shotgun trap precis vid dörren så du vet.
And I started to throw all the satchel charges on the double door. And yes, I don't want to talk about this.
Henrik. Hej. Henrik.
So I respawn at a sleeping bag nearby and just run back to the base to get my stuff and keep on going with the raid like nothing had happened. The TC is destroyed and we got this raid secured. And we didn't feel so good to raid an offline base, but it felt so unnecessary to go to the snow with 23 satchels without doing anything. But at least we got a lot of components from this base. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you really enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these videos, please comment, like and subscribe. And this trio will be back with an even bigger raid. Thank you much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.